Alright, it's dinner Pail Lake time. Heading out of Grand Rapids. I've always seen this lake on my way to Mille Lacs. Always wanted to stop. A little bit of rain, but it's supposed to get better as the day goes on. I was gonna fish Mille Lacs, but my DNR buddy said that it's pretty windy over there and it's coming from the east. And I'll be on the west, so that doesn't make for a good combination. Maybe it'll be better tomorrow. So we're gonna see what we can get on dinner Pail Lake. I'm starting out for panfish, hoping they like the flavor yellow on this lake. I also wanted to try out the new rain gear. You spend some money on rain gear, you gotta use it. This is a good day to do it. The storms have already gone through. So now we're dealing with just the back part of it. I guess there's northerns in here. Darn it. Like butter. Ooh. See if we can get this guy off the point here. Came up against my bronze eye twice. Give him a little booyah. There we go. He's a jumper. Nice fish. All right. Switch up the frog and caught this toad. Woo! He's got some weight to him. Nice. Probably in that 3-pound range. It's always nice when you have to switch hands because your thumb's so beat up from a day of fishing. All right. Back he goes. I don't know if it was the frog switch, but man, once he saw that booyah, he hammered it. Alright, so my original plan was panfish, but we're having some fun with the bass. In the lily pad, smaller bass. On the edge, 2 bigger bass so far. Alright. Bass feeding frenzy is on hold. Let's see what we can do on some panfish. There's more houses around here than you'd think. There we go. What do we got? It looks like a jig stealer. Northern. Woo! Northern. Alright, we got different species in the boat. Northerns like the flavor yellow. What about the crappies? What about the sunnies? Just kind of fishing. I'm in 12 feet, throwing right to the edge of the lily pads and reeling it in slow. See what'll hit it. Never know with this yellow twister tail. Last year, one of my 5-pounders came on the same setup. Boy, they must be pretty small if they can't get themselves hooked. Although this is my day of not hooking very well. Well, there's a little sunny. Maybe that's what it is, those little sunnies. Alright. Maybe you watched, maybe you didn't. But when I fished Island Lake towards the beginning of the summer, I was missing them. So I put on a smaller jig head. And I'm tired of missing them. So let's get a smaller jig head on here. So I usually use a 16th ounce. This will be a 32nd ounce jig. Alright, let's see if we can get another species in the boat. Alright, next. Get out the 1.5 inch Gulp. So these little babies add a little scent and make the hook a little more accessible. Almost. There it is. That is a lunch pail sunfish, and that's the reason why we're having a hard time getting them in. They're a little on the small side so far. There we go. This one's better. Fighting better. Twice as big, but it's not saying much. There we go. We figured out how to get them in though. It's always rewarding when you make a few adjustments and you get some fish come into the boat. How about 3 in a row? Fighting like a champ. There we go. We're getting up there. Small, medium. That guy's about 7.5, maybe 7. Sometimes you just have to weed through some of the smaller ones. That looks like a big fish kind of area. Let's find out. So you can probably hear Highway 169 behind me. If you're from Minnesota, that's one of the main highways that goes up north. And like I say, I've always passed this lake. It's just a little old lake. And I thought, one of these days I'm going to stop. Well, after a great day bass fishing at my favorite lake in Grand Rapids area, I stopped by. Did a whole lap of the lake. Hooked a couple of northerns, got 1 or 2 in the boat. First fish was on my ultralight. This rod here was a bass on a twister tail. Then I threw a frog and caught what seemed like a monster at the time, and it was a big one. But guess what? My camera wasn't on. So I hooked it up. Got some video footage of it, got a nice still picture. And then, shortly after, I caught another one. So all in all, a pretty good day here on Pail Lake. So there you have it. Hopefully you can see in that reflection. We kind of did a figure 8 around Pail Lake. It's always nice exploring a new lake, having a little bit of success with some big fish. Also nice to know that the rain gear works. Wherever you're fishing, I hope they're biting. Thanks so much for watching.